Welcome, Star Wars fans all across the galaxy. This is Uneducated Star Wars Talk. I'm your host, Chris Lambert, and thanks for making me a part of your day. Now, this past weekend, D23 happened, and that's Disney's convention where they show off all the live action movies, show off Marvel stuff, and of course, Star Wars stuff. That's why I'm here. But got a lot of news actually. Got a lot of. I heard Lion King was good. They announced some casting for Aladdin, but what took the cake was the Infinity War footage they say they showed, and I'm excited to possibly see that next week at Comic Con. But I'm here to bring you the Star Wars news, so let's talk Star Wars. So on the Star Wars panel, they showed off the behind the scenes trailer. Yeah, would you call it a trailer? The behind the scenes sizzle reel is what we call it. Of the Last Jedi, and it was pretty neat. It was pretty neat. I really enjoyed it. I had a couple things in it that I was like, I could have not seen that, but for the most part, I enjoyed it. I'm excited. I'm curious to see. Curious is the word I was looking for. Curious to see when the next trailer gonna be. Cause usually with movies, The Force Awakens, I believe, had three trailers. I believe Rogue One had. I know for sure The Force Awakens had three trailers. You had the Snoke talking trailer, and then you had the Chewie We Home trailer, and then you had the final trailer with Maz Kanata. Who are you? I love that trailer. But I'm interested to see how they gonna play it with this one. Will they just be two main trailers and the all the TV spots that's gonna show almost all the movie, or I'm curious to see how they do it with the trailers. I'm thinking they're gonna do two trailers. One will be the next one will be in September. I haven't looked at football schedules because I know they like putting trailers out during football schedules. Or we might get it in front of a movie. I haven't looked at the movie rollout in that month either. But I think it'll be around September. And I know my Falcons have a rematch of the Super Bowl against the Patriots. I believe it's sometime in that mix too. So that'll be nice to put it in front of that. So that'll make me a very happy man if I get that. But on to the behind the scenes reel, sizzle reel. It was a lot in it, and I'm not gonna touch on everything on in it. I'm gonna touch on basically my biggest parts that I like the most about it. And quick shout out to the I forget what they call it. Oh my god, I can't believe I forgot what they call it. But the little cute penguins, space penguins is what I'm gonna call them because it was real cute and they made me smile every time I seen them in the trailer. I'm not truly excited about that in the movie, but they was real cute. I hear they actually are the inhabitants of the planet of Octo where Luke is, and that they just live on that island that he's on. So I'm curious to see about that. But on to what I really liked. Really liked. First thing off dump, I really like seeing Luke touch the. There's a scene where you see Ray giving Luke the scout. I'm sorry, Luke the lightsaber, and he has his hands on it. I can't wait to see that in a moment. I can't wait to see Luke's first words in the movie. I can't wait to see really the conclusion of that end scene of The Force Awakens, and that looked like it was a part of that. So that brought a smile to my face immediately. Just like, oh man, I can't wait till we get to see that scene. Luke gonna touch the lightsaber. What's gonna be his first words about it? How does he feel about it? Do he even want it? All that. I just can't wait to see how Luke reacts to the lightsaber. We've seen a little bit at the Force Awakens, and it's hard to tell. He got the once he see it, his eyes start welling up, and you got the dramatic win, and it was a beautiful scene. I just can't wait to see the conclusion of it, to see how, like I say, how he reacts to that lightsaber popping up in his life again after so long. So that was interesting to me. What else was interesting to me was it was a quick peek at Finn and Rose's character. Rose is a new character. Say she was a maintenance worker in the Resistance who gets caught up and have to go on her hero's journey. I think it was to save her sister, I believe. So in the behind the scenes thing, we got her and Finn together, looking behind, going undercover, dressed as Imperial officers, and that's interesting to me because nobody's gonna recognize Finn. I mean, he was in the First Order at once. I'm expecting that to lead up to him and Phasma's confrontation, which I'm super excited for because you might hear me say that I want more Phasma because I love what she could be. So I can't wait to see their confrontation, and what we might get a lot more of it, because in the behind the scenes thing, we also did see it's like some new riot trooper gear. Like there was these force pikes things. It's hard to explain it without a photo next to me, but look like we got some new riot troopers too. So I'm interested to see about those. Can't wait to just see how the First Order responds, basically. So I can't wait to see how that behind the scenes, not behind the scenes, that undercover journey go. Because I wanted to learn more about this Rose character. Maybe she's setting Finn up. Which when I first seen it, I was like, well, that was the first thing that came to my mind. Because at at Celebration, they said her character was like interesting or something like that, and I was like, what could that mean? And then we see this, and I'm like, what could that mean? So I'm interested to see about that. And then next, I probably should have led with this. The Carrie Fisher moments in the sizzle reel. Those are always beautiful seeing her, and it bring those feelings like, oh man, this really could be our last time seeing her in a movie. I say probably because you never know. You never know with CGI nowadays. But they said they wouldn't do that, and I'm like, what are you gonna do? Recast? Because I don't know if people will be okay with that. What do I personally want? I don't even know. I don't know how you handle the Carrie Fisher thing. I think you give it time, and then maybe I don't know if there's gonna be any more stories to tell with Leia in the future. But I actually think the public probably need time to let it sink in and not blow away, but let us get over her passing before you just go out and replace her character. Which I understand the arguments of the having respect for the character of Leia Organa, uh, like separately from Carrie Fisher, because she is a character in this universe whose story needs to be told, because she is a very important piece to the Star Wars universe. I understand that and paying respect to that, but at the same time, Carrie was Leia and vice versa. So I'm interested to see how the story goes with that. And it was just, like I say, beautiful anytime we get to see her on screen laughing. It really made me smile when we got to see Poe give her a kiss on the cheek. That really made me smile. I was like, man, that's the life there. But yeah, seeing Carrie Fisher again was beautiful for me. But next was really the height of the sizzle reel to me was Ray in the classic Jedi cloak with the hood up. That brought the biggest smile on my face and just brought joy to my heart, because she just looked so Jedi like, and it looked just so right for her to have it on. And I can't wait to see how the training with her and Luke go. And I'll get to that in a minute, because I'm actually gonna give a list of my predictions of the Last Jedi. But like I say, her in the classic Jedi gear just brought a smile to my face, because I was like, man, Luke's gonna train her, which I already knew that was gonna happen. But with the trailer and him saying the Jedi must end, some people thinking that it won't gonna happen. But more on that in a minute. But that's really all. And Kylo Ren. I really love seeing him, because I'm so interested in his character, because he's just like this complex villain, and I like that he got a cape now. In Star Wars, if you got a cape, you the man. So maybe he's the man now, and completely dark side, and we got to see him actually in the behind the scenes thing. We got to see him throwing down with a couple guys. Him and Ray actually. Ray was fighting like three people, and Kylo was, I think it was two people I seen Kylo up against. So it's interesting to see how that's gonna play out in the movie. And turning on the Knights of Ren, or is that an extension of Ray's vision to where he's fighting against the Luke's students? I'm sorry, but I'm very interested to see that. But on to my predictions for The Last Jedi. And running short on time, I hear a band sound like about to start practicing, so I'll try to make it quick. But my predictions for The Last Jedi, as you know, in the trailer, they say the Jedi, Luke has this, not infamous lines of the Jedi must end. I actually don't think that's going to happen. If the Jedi come to an end, we'll have new lightsaber toting good guys that won't be called Jedi, but they'll be lightsaber toting good guys. And they'll have to come out with whatever name they choose to name them. But I actually don't think the Jedi concept will will be ending. I don't think that it's gonna be no band of good Force users to protect the goodwill of the Force, if you will. So that's that on the Jedi end, and I kind of don't think. I think Luke will be reluctant in the beginning to train her, just because he was like, "Oh, I've done so much wrong. Every time I try this, something wrong happens. Look at what happened to my nephew. Look what he did to the academy. Yeah, nah." But then she probably convinces him still, like, if you don't do nothing now, just bad stuff will just happen. So I think that's along the lines I'm thinking that's gonna happen. And he reluctantly trains her, and then they end up having a fight off of Octu. Because I think somehow Kylo finds a way to Octu, and then they have to fight their way off. And probably go join Leia or go rescue Leia or something. I haven't really formed my plot for plot on how the story goes. And I try not to do that too much because I try not to build my own expectations too high and then be let down when the movie comes, because that sucks. Because you don't want to go into a movie thinking you know what's going on and you don't really. But next, what do I think the character's going in the movie? Like I said about Rey, I think she's gonna get Luke the trainer, and like I said, he's probably going to be reluctant. I don't know how long that process is going to take within the movie, but I hope not too long. So I want to get to the, me. I want my action. So I do want to see that character development from him. Finn, it looks like he's gonna heal up from that lightsaber to the back, and he's gonna go on a mission with Rose behind the scenes. I think him and Rose are gonna come across DJ Benicio del Toro's character that seems to have lost a lot of interest. I don't think people really been talking about him too much lately, but I think they're gonna meet him, and we're gonna get the reveal of whoever is, whatever he might be. I think he might just be like a regular guy. I don't think he's Ezra. I don't think he's Snoke. People got all kind of theories, but I think he might just be our Lando of this movie. I think I've said it before. He might just be a guy that has good intentions but shady ways of getting to him or something like that. So, like I say, I'm excited to see his character because he's a great actor. But I think Finn and Rose will be meeting him on that casino planet of, I can't think of the name. Let me know in the comments if you can remember the name of the casino planet that they'll be on. But next, I think somebody asked me a question the other day about, do I think Rey will go to the dark side? And I think she has to dabble in it. I think you can't just be a hero that's just all good all the time. And at the end of The Force Awakens, we see not her struggle with it, but we see her rage kind of come out of her when she fights Kylo Ren. And, I think it's more to that to come. And I think a hero has to be challenged with dabbling into fighting against what he or she don't want to become. And I think you have to dabble in that because it's just, that's what makes you stronger, overcoming the negative to remain positive, because you're gonna go through negative stuff. After, I'm sure Rey's gonna go through some things in the movie, and she's gonna have to get through it. So I want to know if she's gonna turn to the dark side. At first, I was thinking she was. Since Kylo is the Skywalker, which I kind of think she is too, because they've been pressing these movies as the Skywalker saga. That's what Kathleen Kennedy and Lucasfilm has been branding the episodic movies as. The next chapter in the Skywalker saga. Do you really want Kylo as the last Skywalker, he didn't kill Han Solo? And I know that'll make for an amazing story if he's able to get redeemed and, we look at him in a different light. But do you really want that guy as the last Skywalker in the Skywalker saga? Not to say that they're going to end the saga after these movies, but I kind of think Rey's a Skywalker too. Rather she would have to be Luke's. So I don't really know how that's going to play out. I just want her to be a Skywalker. But on next with the who's who, Snoke. Who do I think Snoke is? Well, I'm not a big book reader, because I do the audio books, because I just love the sound effects within the books. I love the impressions of that the narrator gives of different characters. All that it just immerses me more in the story. But who do I think Snoke is? I think Snoke might just be Snoke. And I really want him to be Darth Plagueis, because I'm a Plagueis, not fan, but I want Plagueis to come back in the canon. They brought my favorite character back. Well, he became my favorite, Thrawn. I was most interested in Thrawn before he got brought back into Star Wars canon. And once he became canon, it took a little while for me to get used to him in Rebels, but in the with his novel, he became my favorite character. But that's a story for another day. Snoke. I think he's just from like the outer regions, somewhere that the Empire haven't really gotten to yet. Because they've been in the book Aftermath, Empire's End. It's hinted at that Palpatine hears not voices, but he yeah, I guess a voice calling him to the outer regions of space that haven't been explored yet, and he trying to get to that because he feel like it's a dark side power for him now that can make him all powerful. But in the end, I kind of think that's Snoke probably, and I don't really know what he is. There's the worry of Lucasfilm bringing back the Yuzong Vong, and if you don't know what that is, that's a race of people from the outer regions of the galaxy that come out the Star Wars galaxy, and the Force doesn't affect them. And I'm not a big fan of that because, like Yoda said, the Force is in everything. It's in the tree, the rock, in me, and you. It's in everything. So nothing should not be affected by the Force. So I'm not a. I won't be a. I'm not gonna not watch Star Wars if they bring it back, but not the biggest fan of the Yuzong Vong, so I kind of don't want them to come back, but I do want them to journey into that outer regions and see what else is out there. Like even Thrawn's race, the Chiss, I think they could be a viable threat to the galaxy, even the First Order or the Resistance, because they was already watching the Empire, and that's why they sent Thrawn in. But maybe I'll do a Thrawn review. I love my character Thrawn. Why not give y'all a review one day? Be on the lookout for that. But I think Snoke's just Snoke. I want him to be Plagueis because that would tie in, be a beautiful tie-in with the prequels, just bind everything together. So I won't be upset if he's not Plagueis, but I would really like it to be for him to be Plagueis. Just expand more on Plagueis. But that's really all I have with the predictions. Like I say, I don't try to break down movies plot point for plot point and spoil a movie going in. I don't try to do that. I like enjoying movies, going to the theater, sitting down, getting overcharged for popcorn and a drink, and enjoying the movie. Not enjoying the prices, but enjoying the movie. But what do you think about the Last Jedi? Last Jedi. Did you enjoy the trailer a couple months ago? Did you enjoy this behind the scenes reel? Let me know in the comments. What are your predictions? What do you want to happen? And what do you think will happen? Let me know in the comments. Also, let me know. Not follow me on Facebook. Add me on Facebook at Chris Lambert. I'd love to have a conversation with you there. Or get on Battlefront with me on the PlayStation. PSN Chris underscore Bubba 18. I'm always on the PlayStation, so you can play Battlefront with me. We can party up, chat about Star Wars. But till next time, I'm Chris Lambert with Uneducated Star Wars Talk. Thanks for joining me.